Hey guys, it's Elelwyn, and normally I would do this video with husband, but he's not here yet, and I don't want to wait up much longer, so I'm going to do this by myself. It is the holiday/Christmas tag, and there are 20 questions, and I'll put a link down below to where I got the questions, but it's really Christmassy, and so far my Advent videos haven't been particularly Christmassy apart from the first one. They've been more kind of random, so I thought I'd do something a little bit more Christmas oriented. So, let's get going. What's your favorite holiday movie? I'm not a movie person, and I've mentioned this before, I'm sure I have. But I do love me a good Christmas special. And I think my favorite ones are the really, really old ones. And there's actually specifically a DVD that I had back home. I don't think I brought it with me. But it was a DVD of really old Christmas specials. Like claymation. Think like that old Rudolph special that they show every year with the abominable snowman. And like old animated Frosty the Snowman stuff with the old kind of like crackly voices that you can't always understand, and there's always a choir singing the opening theme song. Those are my favorite holiday movies, if you will. I mean, I like some of the new ones too, but for the most part I can do without them. I like the really, really old Christmas specials. What's my favorite Christmas color? I've always found red and gold to be a really classy combination. I find that super pretty. But probably red. To me, it reminds me the most of Christmas. Yeah, I'd say red. Do you like to stay in your PJs or dress up for Christmas? For me, it's a combination of both. I stay in my PJs normally until about 11 o'clock in the morning, because my mom is really excitable and she wakes me up at like 6 or 5 to do presents. So, yeah, it's, I mean, at first it was me when I was little, but now it's her waking me up. Not this year, obviously, but I'm talking like generally. So normally I would stay in my PJs until we went out to Christmas lunch at my grandparents' place, and then I would dress up in any new clothes that I got. And yeah, that's what I would do. So I would dress up for Christmas lunch and dinner at my in-laws, but I'd stay in my PJs all morning. And usually I'd stay in new PJs that I got. So I would like change into PJs that I got for Christmas and then change into new clothes. So yeah, that would be the answer to that question. If you could only buy one person a present this year, who would it be? I'm going to kind of cheat a little and say my parents, because I typically will buy them a present as a unit. I guess if you had to pick one, I would say my dad, because he usually doesn't get as many presents or as good presents as my mom does. But, yeah, my parents, because for Chuck, he doesn't really want me to get him presents. I do it as much for me as I do it for him. And we're the same food as our present, so he wouldn't be disappointed if I didn't get him anything, but I would want to get my parents a Christmas present. Do you open your present Christmas Eve or Christmas morning? Now it says present here, but I assume they mean presents. And that depends on the year. Nowadays, it's always Christmas Day that we do presents. And that's the same with Chuck's family, with my family, with Chuck and I together. It's always Christmas Day. But before, when we did Christmas with my dad's side of the family, they're Dutch. And since we didn't have Sinterklaas Day, what they would do is we would open all the family gifts on Christmas Eve, and then the kids would get stockings on Christmas Day. So I think that might still be how they do it back home with the Dutch half of my family. But I haven't been with them for Christmas for a really long time because they live in a different part of Canada than my parents do. So we don't see them very much for the holidays. So that's what I would say nowadays, Christmas Day. Have you ever built a gingerbread house? I have the memory of building a gingerbread house, but I can't remember when I did it. So it must have been quite a long time ago, but I definitely have done it at least once. What do you like to do on your Christmas break? I like to sleep and eat. That's pretty much it. I'm super, super busy all year, as you guys know, because of my lack of videos 99% of the time. I go non-stop. I work all summer. I'm in school full-time. When I'm on my Christmas break, I like to sleep and I like to eat and I just like to do nothing. But probably my favorite thing that I don't get to do this year because I'm away from home is board games. My family is fanatical about board games. My parents have a collection that goes well into the hundreds. So over Christmas break, we would always play a lot of board games. And that was probably my favorite thing to do on my Christmas break. Number 8, any Christmas wishes? I think I have a lot of Christmas wishes. But in terms of a wish that won't come true, would be being home for the holidays. But I have a Christmas wish for all you guys, that you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, all that. That it's just a really good time for you guys. Favorite Christmas smell? On a really long time ago, we used to have tons of Christmas ornaments that were really like hodgepodgey. But one year they got left out in the basement, and that's where the cat litter is. So everything got just rancid. We had to throw everything out. We couldn't use it anymore. But amongst those were these bears that my mom had made, and they were like made of dough, and they were baked, and they were glazed. And they had I remember her baking them a really long time ago, and they just had the best smell, and it's probably my favorite one. Okay, number 10. Favorite Christmas meal or treat? I always get tons of chocolate on Christmas, and specifically Lindor. Like Lindor truffle type things. That'd be my favorite treat. And favorite meal is I always used to have grilled cheese every Christmas morning. It's like a weird tradition of grilled cheese for breakfast. And the cheese in the UK is not the same, so I won't be able to do that either. But that was my favorite thing. I'd always have grilled cheese for breakfast, and it was just really awesome because my dad and I both make a mean grilled cheese. Which holiday do I celebrate? Christmas, obviously. What are you doing for the holidays this year? This year it's just going to be Chuck and I hanging out. Might go to a Christmas party. And then we'll have 2 extra long Skype sessions, one with my family and one with Chuck's family. But other than that, just kind of chilling in the UK. Probably going to have to get training again for rowing because I'm already getting out of shape and it's only been like a week and a half. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing for the holidays this year. What's your favorite holiday drink? Oh, eggnog. And I can't find proper eggnog here. I really miss it. My uncle works for a dairy company back in Canada, so we'd always get eggnog because they don't drink it in his house, but my dad and I love it. And specifically me, I adore eggnog. So, yeah, I'm sad that I don't I don't get that, but hands down, no questions asked, eggnog, and not the spiked kind, because I don't do alcohol, but just straight up eggnog. It's just, oh, the best. Candy cane or gingerbread men? For my mom, candy cane. For me, gingerbread men. So, if I wasn't hungry, I would go for the candy cane, because then I'd give it to my mom and she'd be really happy. But if I was hungry, I'd go for the gingerbread man for me, because it's tasty. What's your favorite holiday or Christmas song? That one's really tough. O Come, O Come Emmanuel is my favorite Christmas song. But in terms of like more pop songs, it would be the one by Jan Arden, Make It Christmas Day. That one's really pretty. What's the weirdest gift you've ever received? Weirdest gift? Probably from Chuck. He knows that I really loved, there was a period in my life when I really loved Finnish music, and he got me a linguistic textbook on learning Finnish. And that's weird if out of context to receive a linguistic textbook, but it was very, very sweet and well thought out. So it was a very appreciated gift, but it was, out of context, it was strange. Have you ever made a snowman? Oh my goodness, I'm from Canada. Of course I made a snowman. Next question. What is your favorite winter fragrance? Now, I assume that's the same as Christmas smell. But for fragrance, I don't wear perfume because it's not something you really do in East Coast Canada. It's considered impolite to wear scents because a lot of people have sensitivities or are allergic to them. So I don't wear perfumes, but for fragrance, I'm thinking more like a cinnamon baking bread type thing. So I would go with I like cinnamony smells around Christmas. What is at the top of your list this Christmas? That would be a rice cooker. I really want a rice cooker and a bathrobe. Those are the two things that probably, like in terms of material objects, that I really miss that I had at home. So, yeah, a rice cooker and a bathrobe. And number 10, what is most important to you about the holidays? Well, for Christmas specifically, of course, it would be the religious aspect. I love doing all the church stuff, and I was always really involved in that. And the whole celebration and rereading that old story of the birth of Christ, I think that's the most important thing for Christmas specifically. But in terms of the holidays, just in general, I would say just getting a break, taking the time to relax, because I don't do that. I'm really bad at that. And this gives me the perfect excuse to do so. So that's it for the Christmas tag. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow with another 3 videos. Until then, farewell.